Join me as I take on the challenge of pushing forward no matter what obstacles come my way. You know, pushing forward despite the challenges we face is one of the most important aspects of personal growth and success. It's the key to unlocking our true potential and achieving our goals, no matter how big or small they may be. When we push forward, we open ourselves up to new experiences, opportunities, and perspectives that can help us grow and evolve as individuals. Fear of failure is one of the biggest obstacles that holds people back from pushing forward. It's the fear of not being good enough, of not meeting expectations, or of making mistakes. But the truth is, failure is an inevitable part of the learning process. Every successful person has experienced failure at some point in their journey, but it's how they responded to that failure that made all the difference. Self-doubt is another major obstacle that can hinder our progress. It's that constant voice in our head that tells us we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, or we're not capable enough. But the reality is, we are capable of so much more than we give ourselves credit for. We just need to believe in ourselves and our abilities, and take that first step towards pushing forward. External circumstances can also pose a significant challenge to our progress. It could be a lack of resources, a difficult work environment, or even a personal crisis. But the thing is, we can't control everything that happens to us. What we can control is how we respond to those circumstances. We can choose to let them hold us back, or we can find ways to overcome them and keep pushing forward. Sometimes, it's the people around us who can be the biggest obstacle of all. They might tell us we're crazy for pursuing our dreams, or that we're not good enough to make it happen. But the truth is, we don't need anyone's permission to push forward. We just need to believe in ourselves and our abilities, and surround ourselves with people who support and encourage us. I want to share with you a personal story of someone who faced incredible challenges yet persevered. A few years ago, I met a woman who had been diagnosed with a chronic illness that left her wheelchair-bound. But despite her physical limitations, she was determined to pursue her passion for painting. She started taking classes, and eventually, her art gained international recognition. She didn't let her circumstances hold her back. Instead, she used them as motivation to push forward and achieve her goals. I also want to share with you the story of a close friend who had always dreamed of starting his own business. But every time he tried, he faced rejection and failure. It wasn't until he changed his mindset and focused on the process rather than the outcome that he finally succeeded. He pushed forward despite the setbacks, and today, his business is thriving. Another example that comes to mind is the story of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison for fighting against apartheid. But even in the darkest of times, he never gave up. He used his time in prison to educate himself, and eventually, he became the first black president of South Africa. He pushed forward despite the incredible obstacles he faced, and his legacy continues to inspire us today. I remember a pivotal moment in my own life when I realized the importance of resilience. I was going through a tough time, and I felt like giving up. But then I realized that I had a choice. I could let my circumstances define me, or I could use them as an opportunity to grow and learn. It was a moment of clarity that transformed my understanding of resilience, and it's a lesson that has stayed with me to this day. When we push forward despite the obstacles, we develop a mindset that is resilient, determined, and focused. We learn to adapt to any situation, to find solutions to problems, and to keep moving forward no matter what. And that's what it means to truly live a life of purpose and fulfillment. So, to recap, pushing forward no matter what happens is not just about achieving our goals, it's about growing as individuals, developing resilience, and living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Remember, no matter what obstacles you face, you have the power to choose how you respond to them. If you've ever faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable, but you pushed forward and achieved your goals, I want to hear about it. Share your story with me in the comments below. And if you want more motivational content, be sure to check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.